Tisha, and I live in Thailand, territory in Thailand. I don't remember I don't know how old I am.
One of the things that Tisha is very proud of is that she can make her own minute noodles. That she can boil the kettle, do the microwave, she can do all those things.
She had the cutest smile. She was such a sweet little thing to look at. But she shook because she was still going through the withdrawals from alcohol. So she was in a lot of pain. You could see on her little face, you know, that when she went into these spasms, it was hurting. I only found out that she had fetal alcohol syndrome when I took her to her first clinic at the hospital. And they said, oh, this is an FAS baby. And when I got home, I said to Peter, you know, they've told me she's an FAS baby. Find out what it is, because I don't know what it is.
Op my 50ste verjaardag toe ek ouderdom bereik het wat mense sê jy kry verstand. Toe ek ewe skielik besef ek het al die wonderlike dinge van wyn gehad. Ek het die wêreld getoer. Ek het uitstekende vriende gemaak met wyn. Maar ek het ook besef dat die te in wyn te veel is nie goed nie. Toe ek besluit kom ons stig die feit van wat fondse inkry, wat ons mense kan vertel van wat die negatiewe dinge van wyn is.
A mother of a child with fetal alcohol syndrome will tell you that the development of the infant is delayed, so the child might start sitting very late, start crawling very late.
My teacher teaches us colors and numbers. And then we color in.
Tisha is in a special needs school, so she's in a class, they don't do grades, they stay with their peers. And she's a happy, friendly little sausage. She's a little bit out of her depth if she meets another child of 14 who is mainstream. Then you can see that the big differences in them.
I like noodles, fish, all sorts of stuff. I like chocolate ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and I play with my friends every break and second break. Catch. She touched me and then I catch her again and I touch her, she touched me again. That's how the game starts.
Her mother left her in hospital when she was born, and we heard via the social workers that she died several years back.
Fetal alcohol syndrome is the worst of a spectrum of conditions known as the fetal alcohol spectrum disorders that have been described relating babies' injuries in utero to their mother's drinking. The problem is really profound here in South Africa. Prevalence rates here are the highest reported in the world anywhere, amongst any community.
When fetal alcohol syndrome first was being diagnosed, they used to talk about FAS and FAE. Tisha was classed as full FAS. And FAS meant that you had the physical characteristics like the ears and under the eyes and here on the lips and stuff. There are other children who might not have all the outward symptoms but may have mental disabilities and were classed as FAE, fetal alcohol effects.
There are disorders that are less severe than fetal alcohol syndrome that lead to neurological or brain damage. Secondly, to growth and organ system damage, such as the heart or the kidneys and so on. That alcohol-related birth defect may not have facial features or growth disturbances that you get with fetal alcohol syndrome. These lesser forms are far more common than the fetal alcohol syndrome, which is the worst form of the disorder.
It doesn't matter what you drink, whether you're drinking the cheapest wine on the market, whether you're drinking beer, or whether you're drinking cocktails, or whether you drink champagne. It doesn't matter what you drink.
Ek dink sekere groepe mense dink hulle is kwytgeskeld van fetale alkoholsindroom. As ek in 'n sekere inkomstegroep is en ek drink 'n wyn van Bordeaux, die topwyn van Bordeaux, dan gaan dit niks aan my doen nie. Dit maak nie saak of jy wit, swart of bruin is nie. As jy alkohol gebruik terwyl jy verwagtend is, kan daar, al is dit 1 glasie 'n dag, kan daar iets met jou kind gebeur.
I don't think she realised the extent as to her limitations, but she knows that other children of her age are reading and writing and going to the movies and things like that by themselves, and she can't do any of those things.
Ek sal graag wil hê elke persoon in Suid-Afrika en in die wêreld moet weet wat is fetale alkoholsindroom en wat doen dit aan 'n gemeenskap en wat doen dit aan 'n provinsie en wat doen dit aan 'n land. Die sosiale probleme en die ekonomiese probleme wat dit tot gevolg het, is baie groter as wat ons wil erken. Maar ek dink die feit van wil basies voorkomend in die landelike areas en op grondvlak werk.
Up to 80% of our pregnancies are unplanned. She continues to live the life that she had before she conceived that child. If we can interrupt maternal drinking during any stage of pregnancy, and if she's breastfeeding even after pregnancy, we can prevent the brain damage that occurs in the baby to some extent. We advise no alcohol during pregnancy. Reveal to expectant mothers or mothers planning pregnancies the dangers of alcohol in their pregnancy.
As ons deur die voorkomende rol wat 'n ou speel, baie meer mense bewus maak en meer detail vir hulle gee, dink ek gaan baie meer mense bewus wees as iemand verwagtend is en die persoon het net 'n glas wyn voor hom, om te sê het jy geweet dat as jy drink, het jy die potensiaal om fetale alkoholsindroom oor te dra aan jou kind.
She has no concept of danger. She has no concept of strangers. If she's seen you once, then you're her friend for life. In that way, she would be easily led astray.
They need protecting from themselves, not knowing right from wrong. She wanted a packet of soup for school. And you go to the shops and you say to her, okay, choose which soup you want. But you just take her to the end of the aisle, not stand in front of the soup. And then she struggles to find what is actually soup. Because you and I can read it, we can see it says soup, but she can't necessarily read the word. It's fine when she knows, okay, the noodles are kept here, and I know what they look like, and she knows where they are in the shop. But I can't expect her to eat noodles for the rest of her life.
She gets cross because she looks at something and she doesn't know what it means. She does know that she's supposed to pay for things, but I can't guarantee that she would do it.
When Tisha comes to that working age, what is she going to do? How is she going to manage money? How is she going to... anything. The problems are just getting bigger. And that is very hard to accept, that, you've got a dependent for life.
She's a Pisces and she loves to swim. She's the one who uses the pool in the garden the most. Everybody else says, no thank you, and she's the one who's in there playing. She loves the water.
'n Kind wat nie oor sy eie lot kon besluit het nie. Iemand het vir hom besluit hoe groot sy brein moet wees, en dit is tragies. Ek weet, dis iets wat ou nie wil sien nie.